think it's been about 6 months now since I last made a fire in this stove. We have 14 degrees Celsius inside right now, so I just have to admit that winter is coming, even this year. It's gonna get cozy to just start up a fire again, actually. I've actually missed it quite a lot. The morning routine of just waking up in the morning, and the first thing you do is walk down the stairs, collect some firewood, and then just start a fire and sit in front of this one for a while. It's a nice way to wake up. If you've been following my channel before, you know that it's been one project in particular that we've been really struggling with finishing, and people keep asking about it, like, is it done? When are you gonna finish it? And now, this last week, we've made some major improvements. We worked Monday through Friday and just, worked really hard. And we're not completely done yet, but we're getting very, very close. Ta-da! Look who's finally got a functioning roof over his head. Okay, it's not exactly done yet. Like I said, there's some stuff still need to be done. But look, we have this whole side ready. And then if we walk over here, we've also done this side actually as well. Look how pretty. And these are one of these projects that needs to be done before winter now. So I'm very happy we've actually started. So I think maybe we need 1 more week or something, and then we actually might get done. The roof project is not exactly news to you guys, I know that, but for me it feels amazing to actually say that something is happening finally, because every time we do a live stream or just publish another video, how is it going with the roof? And I just have to say, I don't know. And now I can finally say that something is happening and it's going to be done within a week or so. And it feels amazing to actually just like set a pin in that project and just, is that how you say it? Set a pin in it? Yeah, you know what I mean. Just finalizing it and actually closing that chapter and then moving on to the next project. But this project at least will be done, and it feels amazing. One of the projects that I've been procrastinating for a very, very long time is this stove. It's our wood burning stove that we cook breakfast, lunch and dinner on. So it's getting why did I say put through a lot. So today I'm gonna give it some love and show you some before and after shots. I have my bucket that we're gonna put all the ash into. So we're gonna open all these compartments because it's ash everywhere. So all of these need to be cleaned, and we also need to lift these ones up and clean on here as well. Just taking out the worst chunks right now, then I'll vacuum out the small details at the end. So this next thing is a bit trickier, I would say. Now I have to access the actual pipe, because there's one bend here, obviously, and then there's one more bend in within the chimney as well. And in these corners, it gets a lot of ash and soot stuck. And this one is sometimes actually quite easily open, and sometimes it's absolutely the opposite and takes forever. And you feel like you have to use like all your strength to get it open. There we go. Ta-da! Ooh. Now we've done all the dirty work, like literally, and now it's time to apply this thing called spitsvärta in Swedish. It's to protect the stove from rust and also make it look prettier. You're basically taking it from all this, the old look into a stove that what it looked like when it was new. So you take this moist little sponge, dip it into this. And then you just start applying. Ta-da! This is the final result. You see there's quite a difference, to say the least. It almost looks like brand new. Come on. You really feel that fall has arrived in full force. It's way colder now. And I've officially switched from my cap to my beanie. That's the official mark of fall and winter coming. It's a bit sketchy to have Tuss loose right now because it's right now both moose hunting season and bear hunting season. A guy I know shot a bear just a week ago or something, and then I saw one guy in the village here where we live shot a moose yesterday. And how do I know that? Well, it's because I walked past his lawn and there was a big ass moose dead on his lawn. So that's why I know. And huskies had such a strong hunting instinct, so it's a bit stupid to have her loose, but she really does enjoy it, so I kind of do it for her sake and just hope she doesn't run away. So one of the things I need to fix before winter comes and all the snow arrives is to take care of these trees. You see this bendy one here in the background. We had a storm here maybe a month ago or something, and a lot of trees here around us were snapped in half, including this one. So I need to take care of them, but I've actually intentionally left them for a few weeks, and I'll tell you why. As you can see here on this tree, the leaves are completely brown. And that is because when the tree was snapped in half, it didn't really understand that it died. So the leaves just kept sucking nourishment and the water out of the tree trunk, making it way drier way sooner, which is a very good thing for me that want to use it for firewood. And in Sweden we call that syrefällning. So we actually cut down trees and let the leaves take a big part of the drying up of the tree trunk. So instead of having a completely wet and soaked tree trunk when we cut it down, it's actually way drier. Smart, huh? But now I need to figure out a way to cut this down without getting it in my head, because it's about to fall off the main tree trunk here. But if I stand underneath it and start pulling on it, I might as well just get it in my head. So I need to figure out a smart way to do this. Whoa! Woo! Oh shit! I managed to take down the first part at least, but now it's time for the main event. This one is still standing, so I think I have to bring out the big guns. As soon as the tree came down, this little fellow actually landed on the whole tree trunk. I would have loved to say that the worst part is now over, but that would be absolute bullshit. This is just 1 out of 4 trees that I've seen that have been cracked in the middle. And I also need to cut this one up into 35 centimeter pieces, because that's the measurement for our stove inside, and that makes it way easier to fit everything that we're cutting. So that's step 1. So I was wearing this helmet when I was, for safety reasons, obviously, wearing this helmet. And while I was cutting, I was like, there's like a dog hair or something in my ear. I was just like tingling and like, yeah, really ticklish. So I was like, okay, I'll just keep going. And I just cut the tree more and more and more. And it just kept like tickling in my ear. I was like, this is super uncomfortable. Kept cutting it. And then at the end of the tree, when I had gone for like maybe 15-20 minutes or something, I just took the helmet off, looked in the ear, and then I saw a big ass spider just crawling around in there. So yeah, that was not a dog hair, it was an actual spider in my ear. Happy I didn't know that at the time. So I think there is like a specific quietness when it comes to fall, because there's so much going on in the summer. There's so much plans, so much people visiting. It feels like it's the first time for many months I can take a deep breath, if that makes sense. Yeah, it feels like we're going into a resting season, which we kind of is, because winter is a resting season. But I can really feel it on both the environment around here, but also on myself, that I'm kind of ready to dig in the sense of like a bear, digging a den and just falling asleep. That's what I feel like doing, at least. I don't know if you feel the same at all, but for me, fall is like everything slows down. You take a deep breath. You sit inside in front of the fire, cup of hot chocolate, just cozying up, just watching movies. Yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to right now. Just a few days ago we had a massive power outage, and it was in the middle of the evening, so just everything went pitch black. I couldn't see anything. I sat down for a while and thought about how lucky I feel to live like this in those scenarios, because when the power runs out, we still have this stove to keep us warm. We have the wood burning stove in the kitchen so we can cook food no matter what's happening. We have the water stream from the mountain outside to provide us with water. I like the idea that we can take care of ourselves out here. And I think in this modern age that we're living in, we're so dependent on everything around us that it should work. You're kind of stranded if you don't have stuff like this. But for me, it was just a kind of a cozy break. The internet went out, the lights went out. I just sat here by myself with Tuss, lighted some candles, and basically did nothing for a few hours. It was actually kind of a nice break, right? Yeah. I just have to show you this. This package right here showed up in the mail just a few days ago. It's from a girl called Theodora. I think that's how you pronounce it, at least. In Sweden we will say Theodora. And she wrote us that she wanted to give us something. And I could tell by the gift when I had opened it how much time she had actually put into this. So she made us these. Hand knitted alpaca wool sweaters. Isn't that like the sweetest gift ever? And you can see there's even, I think I can show you this, like paw prints. So I got one that looks like this, and then Christine got her own version that's equally beautiful. But I want her to show that herself if she feels like that. So just a massive thank you to you, Theodora, for sending this. It must have taken such a long time, and they're really cozy and they're really warm. So yeah, thank you. And I'm very proud of like having this extremely supportive community that are willing to put in the time to send us stuff like this. Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. If it's one thing I've learned since moving out here is that things take time, and you kind of have to let it take time as well. Isn't that famous quote that says, you overestimate what you can do in a year, but you underestimate what you can do in 5 years? Because I've lived here for 5 years now, and I've accomplished a lot if I look around and think about it. But if I've looked at the previous year now, I feel like I'm behind and haven't achieved what I want to achieve. But that's probably because I'm setting such a high expectation on myself and what is actually possible to do within a year. And sometimes you just have to accept that it is out of your hands, it is out of your control, it's just life. I hope that by next Sunday we will be done with the roof project, so I can actually show that to you guys. But until then, I hope you guys take care of each other and are well out there. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you, hopefully next Sunday. Bye.